happens. Let's see what happens, boys.
Where's like your privacy setting? I don't get it. That's just blasphemy. No, I don't want to look at Jordan again.
What's the word? Did it work?
Oh, someone's lighting it up.
That one shook the freaking
Hey, YouTube, you out there, YouTube?
I just got a notification from Facebook that we're live.
Uh-oh.
There's one from Facebook.
Account privacy.
Sorry, guys, if you guys are tuning in on Facebook, we're having some technical difficulties over here. I'm not getting a notification, Clint.
I know. So, let's see.
There's something wrong. It's obvious.
It says online.
34 people. Yeah.
So, I think it's...
Oh, there we go. They're coming in. Right there.
Oh, there's YouTube. We got Clint. Oh, Clint was like sweating. He just like...
I hate my job.
Like the amount of relief that he had when he saw those YouTubes, he just... Oh.
I'm like, I don't understand.
Some technical difficulties. Anyway, guys, we're back. If you got to see a little bit, if you were on Facebook, you got to see like 5 minutes of us like talking
Whining.
about nothing, really.
Yeah, whining and getting called out by Marlon.
Yeah.
What's new?
Exactly. Exactly. We're gonna let a few of you guys tune in here. As you guys know, if you guys have tuned into our previous live feeds the last few weeks, we told you that we had a special announcement, something that we're excited about that we wanted to share with you guys tonight. We're gonna be announcing that and talking about the future and just different things we're going to be trying to do and incorporate into the content, and we're excited about all of it.
Great to see you guys again.
Yes.
My goodness, it's been months.
I know,
I
it
miss
has.
this old bench. Old faithful here.
We have some really cool new products too. This isn't the special announcement, but we have some cool stuff.
Shing.
This is...
Sparkle, sparkle.
Yes.
I gotta like, there's the shine, yeah.
So we have some cool new products that we're going to share with you guys tonight. We have an awesome special announcement. And then we're also going to talk about some seasons that we've gotten here locally in the Northwest. So if you're not from the Northwest, we're going to be talking a little bit about just some openers that we finally got in the Columbia River and stuff. So it'll be interesting for you guys just so we can talk about some of the things that we deal with here in the Northwest.
Wayne.
Yeah. So it's going to be a good night tonight, I think. It is good to be back in the studio. And I thought we were going to start it off with like no technical difficulties, but that didn't happen.
We're out of practice.
No. Never.
But at least there's no wind and like blurry camera and like, you know, we're not like sitting there like begging you guys to just stay tuned in and wait for us to catch one bass. Like, you know.
Yeah, we gotta figure that out. I think, you know, with what's going on here
Dude,
pretty
bluegill.
Bluegill. Let's do some
Bluegill.
fly rod and bluegill, baby. Yeah, we'll do it. You know what? We'd probably still kill that bite.
Micah, thank you so much for the super chat, man. We appreciate it. All you
You're
guys
awesome,
that
buddy.
give us super chats every week on YouTube, much appreciated. It's humbling every time you guys give us a little $10 tip or whatever you want to call it. We
Whenever you're
appreciate
like Eric Glover, who spent $300 to $400 on merch, and the wife was pissed. Oh, she'll forgive you.
it. She'll forgive
See, you're not
you.
supposed
And
to
we
talk
appreciate
about
it,
it.
too.
Well, we should probably just talk. Eric, you gave us a good opportunity for me to segue right into that. We did launch our summer merch line. Some of the guys are wearing it right now. I got one of the new hats on. Jordan's got one of the new hats on. There's a lot of new hats. So there was some exclusive stuff, some like really cool like exclusive lures and sticker packs and stuff that sold out, unfortunately. So sorry about that if you weren't,
Oh my God.
if you guys weren't able to get it. But we still have lots of sweatshirts and hats.
Can't be a damn.
What?
Sorry.
We still have all sorts of sweatshirts and hats and all sorts of things on the website. So we're actually going to roll a little clip right now. Clint, if you want to roll this will give you guys, if you guys haven't had an opportunity to see the summer merch drop, this is just it's funny. Sean actually filmed this. This goes to show you guys how good Sean is. He filmed this whole entire thing that you're about to watch with his iPhone in probably 10 minutes. So check it out right here. It's just a little drop of some of the styles that we came out with during the merch. You get to see a sexy little slow-mo shot of Clint's legs. So check it out. Roll it right now.
Chicken.
failed because it dropped on Sunday.
Yeah.
Clint's
Oh my
fired.
god.
That's all right.
Oh my
That's like
god.
There's two of those versions. There's one that we put out like before, and then there's one we put out
It's like
after.
strike.
Oh, Clint, the box is gone!
You suck forever.
Way to go, Clint.
Spoiler alert.
I'm just going home. See you guys.
Yeah, me too. Oh, now he puts it back up. What an
It's
idiot.
a complete fail.
What an idiot.
We might as well just start
Oh
cussing.
my god.
Okay, well, you guys got.
Like perfect.
How many people saw that?
Oh no, yeah.
Yeah, there's a few people that saw it. Well, we're going to wait to talk about it. We'll reveal it here in a second. Obviously, Clint
For
didn't
the
know.
second time.
Clint didn't know it was going to do that, but some of you guys got a little quick sneak peek of, yeah, our special announcement.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so again, a lot of you guys came out and supported it. It was absolutely crazy. When we went live with the summer drop, there was almost 1,000 people on our website, like at 7 p.m., like instantly. There was almost 1,000 people on there, like waiting to buy shirts, hats, all that stuff. So pretty awesome. Thanks again for all the support. But there's still some stuff left, and a little secret. We have about 6 hats that we haven't put up there yet that we're waiting to get finished. So we keep looking back on the website because we may just like sneak them in there and just not tell anyone. Don't you think, Clint? Just like put them up in there and like.
That'll work.
So you
We
just
do that with the bobbers.
You just
and
got-
we don't tell anyone, and they sell out in a day.
Tell
So
them they sell out fast.
people are on there.
I'm starting to find them all over the river, but I don't
Brandon
pick them
said
up
I got a
anymore. So I want
screenshot.
somebody else to find it.
Oh, you're
You know
so
what I mean?
generous.
Well,
I'll
it's
pick
like
every one of them up.
we got all the we were lucky enough.
I go
to
down
get
the
all
river and I
bad
just
ones.
throw them out of the rafter.
Yeah.
And just like make it rain.
Well, it's
sorry.
funny too because if you do find bobbers on the river, addicted floats, there's a good chance you're going to find a sample, and it's not going to be like
Oh,
a
yeah.
final production because there's a lot of those out there now.
I broke a fish off on one like early, and it just total had an early fail. And the guy found it upstream of where I hooked it.
That's cool.
Like not far, but probably a couple 100 yards. So when he's like, "Oh, I found one of your floats on there," I'm like, "Well, I only lost one. I think I was the only one running them." And
Yeah.
it's like I know I met him. I know I lost it. He's like, "Well, I found it here in the riffle, just laying in the freaking lane in a run."
You lost one at the bash with your initials on it.
Yeah, I did too. Someone stole it.
Cool.
I know Clint had everything to do with that too, but
All
whatever,
right.
it was fine.
What do we got? We got some comments coming here. What's up, Zeke? I see you, man. Thanks for tuning in. We
And
appreciate
Russ,
it, buddy.
Russ, we haven't had a rainy day like that since then for making that, but what I am going to do is I do need to make a little cover to protect it because I have a feeling that little setup's going to get awfully salty in the next 6 or 7 days. He said
Awfully salty.
he's going to have me take a 2-liter bottle shield around the battery pack and then like a little lens spot for the GoPro so it's protected,
Nice.
which saltwater, yeah, probably a good idea.
I'm gonna need to patent something like that.
Yeah, no kidding. But yeah, no, I'm going to build one up. No, so thank you for that suggestion.
Some live action. We're gonna be.
Oh,
if you guys are on
right.
YouTube and you don't have that bell notification turned on, I'm telling you, you better turn that thing on because in the next 2 months, I think Cam's gonna be doing a lot of live streaming on there. So
You know, a lot of troll fisheries that we can just do and have fun with, and it'll be pretty fun.
should be cool.
Yeah, might see one on Friday.
Well, what else is happening today, you guys?
I don't
Are we
know.
still
Just
are
reading
we
some
sticking
of
to
these
announcements? Or are we gonna start talking fishing?
What announcements do we have? Do we have any other ones that we missed? The summer merch drops it. We haven't been in here for a long time, so make sure you guys are getting questions in too if you guys got any questions. I think what we will do though, we got quite a few of you in here now. Clint, how many we got? I don't even know.
400.
All right, so we're gonna get a giveaway going right out the gate for all you 400 that were watching. Let me go grab. I'm gonna grab one of the new Gerber things.
That
and give
one's
it away
gonna
to
cost
guys.
you, man. Somebody wants Brandon Mai wants a custom jig tied with my hair. That might have to come with the next merch drop in the fall.
Weird, dude.
I'll go get a trim.
What you should do
I'll
is
have
like,
him
no,
mop it. I'll
no.
have him sweep it all up.
Go
We'll
dye
spin
it.
some dubbing loops.
Go dye your hair blood red
Oh
first,
man.
and then we'll make a bunch of.
No, what we should do
Really
is
good
cut
stuff.
some hair off,
And like,
dye it on the river.
Single jig.
No, just dye your hair on the river blood red, and then go catch a fish on it.
We'll sell one for an astronomical amount, and we'll donate it to Lots of Love. Whatever money's raised by the hair
All right,
jig.
who out there watching wants to win a pair of the new Gerber split ring pliers?
You got the
Did you
splitting.
open the split rings?
No, I opened the longies, the skinnies.
Oh, we're not giving those away, so don't show those yet.
Oh, well, these are mine. And you just gave them to me. Ha!
That's what usually happens. All the stuff I put on the live feed table disappears.
That's right. It's good stuff. That's the perk of coming here and filming content.
Okay, so if you guys don't know, Gerber is one of our sponsors, one of our partners. They make some really, really awesome products. And they came out with some new stuff, some stuff that we kind of been asking for a while now. You know, especially being anglers in the Northwest, there's a few specific things that we need and that we've wanted. And one of those things is split ring pliers. So as you know, Gerber's had these awesome pliers that they came out with that we all love and we've been using forever. But one of the things we didn't like was that they didn't have split rings on them. So now, here, Cam, if you want to show
I'll do
those.
some side cam with this other one too.
Side cam, Clint.
So yeah, we got a split ring. And I saw a question about K14s or 15s for this weekend. We'll be talking about that here very shortly because we got a summer Chinook opener. Anyways, yep, these are the split ring pliers, guys.
So if you guys want an opportunity, as Cam's kind of showing those, if you want an opportunity to win some Gerber split ring, their new set of pliers, these are, I think these are about $100 value. We're going to give you guys an opportunity to win these, and all you got to do is do us a huge favor, and if you're on YouTube or Facebook, just smash that thumbs up button, hit the thumbs up, like the video. Share this out there, especially if you're on YouTube. All you guys are like last month, what did I say, Cam? Like 7,000 shares on YouTube that I showed you?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's talking about.
That graphic I sent
Smiling
you.
on.
Yes.
Idiot. These guys are
I don't
such
remember.
morons. All these guys are just along for the ride. They don't look and pay attention to anything.
What graphic?
Okay,
Oh
we
my
had
God.
almost 7,000 shares. Clint, you saw it, remember?
Yes.
I sent it to, yeah, exactly.
The
It was like
teal
the
one?
monthly graphic of like how many
Oh,
views
all the
and
yes, I
shares
saw that. You weren't
and
being
subscriber
specific.
Oh
increase
yeah,
on
I
it.
even made a call. Okay, I didn't know. What
You
graphic
even
were-
responded
I know,
to
I
it.
said I didn't know what graphic you were talking about.
And the reason I brought the shares up to you is because in the group text, wasn't Cam the one that said, wow, look at how many
the
people
shares
shared
are
it.
Good. The shares are important because guess what, you guys, like if you aren't going to do anything for Addicted, but you like and enjoying what we put out there, the best thing you can do is just tell your friends, tell your family, tell your coworkers, and share it out there. Like at
Yep.
the very least, for the love of God, just share the content out there.
Awesome.
Whatever it is,
Get
live
'em.
feed, Addicted Life, live fishing, I don't care.
Yep.
Share it out there.
The most important thing on YouTube, guys, if you guys are watching, you're tuning into our videos every week, is when you guys hit the thumbs up button, when you guys drop a comment on the video, it could be anything, a question about the video, or just saying what's up, and then when you share it. Those three things on YouTube are super important for continuing to get the channel to grow and for YouTube to see that we're making valuable, good content that they want to keep putting out there. So thank you, all you people that are doing it.
And the good part about that is then we can actually buy like equipment that works, and then we can hopefully one day get rid of Clint.
And hopefully one day we can actually pay Clint.
I
and he
will
doesn't-
pay for that equipment then. I will buy it.
I will buy myself out of a job.
But seriously, guys, it's funny that Cam says that because
I know.
even though we did have some technical difficulties tonight, we have been saving up and trying to get money. We actually were able to just buy a brand new computer for the live feed studio and a new camera for the live feed studio because we
that's
are trying to make things better and get rid of these technical difficulties. And that's because of all your guys' support, the super chats that you guys do every week. And then like Cam said, if you can't do anything but just thumbs up the video and share it or comment, that's huge, 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 huge for us on YouTube. So like I said, thumbs ups. Share the video out there and drop a comment below. Let us know where you're tuning in from. And we're going to randomly select someone to win some Gerber split ring pliers.
They
Here's
also
the-
came out with the Gerber long reach ones. So they have a little longer tip on them, and I'm going to be putting these to use, probably throwing back thousands of freaking wild coho this week.
Yeah,
But,
right.
You know, it'll be nice for that, though, so I'm kind of excited to use those.
Did you side cam those?
Yeah, I
too?
can side cam them, though, guys, if you guys want to see. They just have a longer, skinnier tip, and these will be really good for trout and also stuff like maybe releasing some of these plugs.
What's
on
up
some of
with these
summer
ones,
Chinook
Cameron?
where
They
you
just
want to keep your
freaking-
hands a little bit further away, so those will be pretty nice. Can't wait to try them. Cool. I know. Yeah, I know. Anyways, let's see here. What? Wait, did you ask the question for the?
Yeah, they're telling us where they're tuning in from.
Oh, got it. Okay, I am so tired, guys. Dude, it's not even real right now.
Isn't it tough like when you do get a day off? Like I'm sure a lot of people can
know.
attest for this out there. All you hardworking people, when you do get a day off, you end up more tired than if you just didn't. If you just would have went to work.
Well, that's because us, when we have
Yeah.
days off, we do a
We
bunch
go
of
harder.
stuff.
We actually put in 16-hour days instead of just 8 or 9.
Well, it's real fun when you drain your lower unit oil on your main, just to maybe because you do that a lot, just making sure getting ready for the fall season, getting around out in the ocean, and then you go to fill it back up, and the what you looked over, and you're like, oh, I got enough, and then you don't, and then you got to go find it, and then you got to drive to like 4 different stores to actually find the like right high performance, the SAE 90 that's required, and then so then that throws a whole wrench into the system.
Right. Go on, Dash. Go over there.
A lot of guys, Anchorage, Alaska, Tacoma.
Tuning in from all over.
BGs.
If you guys are just tuning in, we're giving you an opportunity to win some Gerber pliers. Just share the video, give it a thumbs up, and then drop a comment where you're tuning in from. We're going to give you guys here a couple minutes, and then we'll randomly select someone to win some pliers. So, Cam, while we're doing that, while people are dropping comments in there, you want to just kind of start talking a little bit about the
You win,
season?
John. You got it.
Earth.
Earth.
Thank heavens, because I'd be a little afraid if it wasn't.
Bang. Lakewood, North Dakota.
We need like the International Space Station to tune in one day to be like from space.
Dawn's on Mars. Look, Dawn Best is on
Oh,
Mars.
okay, yeah.
Tacoma, Kelso, Vancouver, Vantucky.
From Chaz.
Yes.
Not anymore, from what I hear. Oh, stop. No Clint sympathizers.
Oh,
in
of
here.
course, Karen
shut
would
up.
sympathize with
Come
anybody.
on.
Who?
She's like, poor Clint. It's like, no. Zach, you get any fish today? Heard it was pretty good out there today.
Yeah, I heard it was too. Lots of comments coming in.
Oh, Mike Kaplan must have missed Clint's screw up. He's like, can I say what it is?
Just leave it to me to spill the secret.
Go back 8 minutes.
What'd you
and
spill?
Find it.
I always screw up. I can't think of all the times right now.
Yeah, there.
No, I did it for you today. You're welcome.
Clint did it for you today.
Oh, look at this.
Yeah,
Oh,
Super
Super
Chat.
Chat's finally come in now with the new
House.
update.
Yeah, I said, any advice on fishing from the jetties?
That's awesome because I can now pin Super Chat. So everyone that Super Chats, I will pin it so you can see your
Oh,
Super Chat.
sick.
I'm so impressed with you. Did you actually help them develop that update, or did they just do that? You just
I've
figured it
been
out right
messaging them and talking with tech support and email and stuff, like trying to figure it out.
now? Gold star for you, little.
I don't think I had
Gold
anything to do
star.
with it.
Well,
though.
shout out to Haas for
Yes.
the super chat.
And yeah, and Haas, one thing I'll say about the jetties is just with all the park closures and stuff. Like, I just make sure that where you're going is open, and then I will say the last time I was bottom fishing, we did a lot much better, shallower than we did deeper, but I don't really know. I've never really done a lot of off the bank jetty fishing, so I can't really help him out there. I mean, bring a lot of gear, and I always say whenever I go bottom fishing, I always bring a bait setup and then a lure setup, just because some days I think they like the jigs and the shrimp flies more, and some days I think they like the bait and the weight.
Yeah. Well, salmon fishing off the jetty, we always just use bobber anchovies or cast big heavy spinners off there and reel them in.
And what about bobber? I know the tide's going in and out, but
I mean, for salmon,
you guys
they-
were
they
catching
do
a
all
lot of
the
those rockfish on the surface and stuff. Do you think you could fish some sort of bait under 2-ounce bobber? So eliminate
Might be
you
kind
from
of
losing
fun.
so many-
That actually might be kind of cool to be able to like cast
Wait,
towards
did
the
it?
shore. Yeah.
You guys just licked the mousetrap and got freaking smashed with it. He's like, what did I just lick?
Tanner,
And now Dash is over there trying to lick it.
Tanner, thanks for the
Yeah.
$1 super chat. We appreciate it. Robert, Rimrock Lake kokanee tips. Never been, never fished, never done anything. I don't know. I couldn't even tell you
I
what
mean,
lake is that.
I can tell you one thing. So far, Cam, every lake that I've been to, pretty much everyone uses the same setup that you use on. They're using a Dodger
Yep.
with a short leader, with a hoochie behind it, or a spin glow behind it, or a piece of corn behind it, or whatever. Like, it just seems that's what the trend that I've seen on all those lakes.
Yeah, it seems. I mean, they're probably the same fish.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
the variables could be different,
Yeah.
water temperatures and stuff. But yeah, it's.
So we have some. If you, Robert, if you want, we have some kokanee tutorials on the channel. We have a playlist titled Kokanee Fishing. You can go check it out, and there's some videos on there that at least give you a starter on what to try there.
You just spent $2 to hashtag Lowhole Clint. That's awesome.
$2 well
Thank you.
spent.
Shout out to Tanner.
Yeah, thank you,
Appreciate it, dude.
The best low hole was on that live feed.
All right, Clint, pick a winner. Let's give away some Gerber pliers. Who do we got? Who do we have, Mr. Clint Lowhole?
I hate this new mouse.
Let's get a real one.
Set a trap.
It's called a magic mouse. You don't like magic?
No.
Magic Mouse.
And the
What
lucky
if we had
winner
robot
is
Dasher, quit licking the mousetrap.
Lucid Marauder. Lucid Marauder.
Pollock Pines, NorCal.
Northern California.
Yeah.
Lucid, you won yourself some Gerber pliers. Please shoot us an email to orders@addicted.fishing. Orders@addicted.fishing. We'll get you hooked up with some pliers for free, man. Just make sure you include your shipping address and exactly what you won. Let us know you won the Gerber split ring pliers, and we'll get it out to you.
Well, Cam, take the floor.
Here, I got nothing. There's nothing going on. Like, dam counts are terrible. There's
Nowhere
no
to fish.
season openers. There's nothing to be excited about right now.
You're an idiot.
The ocean's not laying down. There's no sturgeon to catch. It's a desert out there. It's a desert.
Hard life out in these
Super
streets.
Yeah. I'm just staying home, eating bonbons and watching TV. I haven't fished at all for like a month.
Cooking stuff in your air fryer.
That's right. Oh, the air fryer. Oh.
Those air fried.
I mean, no fish though.
Oh
No,
my goodness.
No fish though. I just have to go get corn dogs and stuff.
I ate all that smoked fish you gave me the other night.
How was
like
it?
20 minutes.
Was it good?
Yeah, I didn't even share. I
I
hid it the whole time from my clients. I didn't even let them see it.
Like, this is mine. This is mine.
This-
Normally
I
I'd be
took
like,
it
"Here,
to work."
guys," but I'm like,
I took it to work and
I need this.
I ate a really big chunk of it and then let the girls just dive in. They were all
Oh,
stoked.
got it.
Better than me.
They were all about
That's
it.
good.
They devoured it quick.
Taylor Knight, thank you for the super chat. Chris Sparrow, thank you for the super chat.
Thank you, Chris.
For Lil and Marlon's lab dinner. Thank
Who?
you, Taylor. I lost it. Yeah. So dude, what are we talking about? We're gonna talk about summer Chinook.
Yeah, well, let's
what
get
is
some
this? Or what do we want to talk about first?
I don't know. Should we do the announcement? I mean, we kind of already let it out. Probably should just do
might
it.
as well do it.
Yeah.
Knock it out of the park,
Anybody
buddy.
saw it, but
I think a few people saw it. Well, guys, you guys are probably wondering what that little big
I'm
black.
sure they'll appreciate it.
Yeah, then we're gonna talk summer Chinook.
Yeah, we're going to talk summer Chinook here in a second, but before we do, we wanted to let you guys know something really cool that happened. We're excited about it. You guys see that little big black screen? Clint, you can take that away now if you want, dude. I think some people might have already saw
Do
it.
it for real. There you go.
But go ahead and Clint and roll the little lower. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Would you get on your A game, dude? This is this leaned back like.
No, I'm all right.
He's been busy.
He's been busy. He's been busy.
Doing-
Busy getting
doing
things
stuff.
happening to him. So, as you guys can see right there, so for years, how's it been now? We've been talking about this cam for probably 2 years, a year and a half at least.
Oh yeah.
At least a year and a half.
At
So
least.
we've been wanting to partner with a boat company, someone that we can depend on, someone that we can get our boats fixed at, that we can use, that we could recommend to addicts out there, that we could buy boats at. And I know a ton of you guys have been wondering what my new boat's going to be after I sold my old one. I see it in the comments all the time. I actually ordered a 21-foot Columbia. I'm super stoked about it. I did a couple cool customizations to it that AlumaWeld's going to be doing in their factories. But yeah, we partnered with Stevens Marine. We're excited about it. Cam, you bought your boat now from them.
Yeah.
How long ago now?
A couple years now. So my buddy started working there, and I wanted to buy my first boat from there. But I mean, there's a lot of good boat dealers. Like the one that I was dealing with was up north, but he was up north about 4.5 hours away, and like I said, so I gave him an opportunity and took it, and I couldn't have been happier.
These guys have been in
these
business
guys-
for 50
Right.
years.
I was gonna say, I'm like, really, and if you look at the scope of the Northwest and like the boat builders and stuff, like, yeah, they've been in business for 50 years. The brand, they sell a lot of AlumaWelds. They sell some Kingfishers and Smoker Craft too, but I think the main crux of their business is AlumaWeld, and I've ran AlumaWeld in my guide business the last 11 years, but you look around and you see a lot of boats out there, and you see the guides that have been guiding for 30 plus years, longer than I've been alive, and pay attention to some of those boats that they're in, because they're still running the AlumaWeld brand too.
Years.
For years. And so, it was a good decision. I'm glad they wanted to partner with us too. I could not be happier with my boat. A couple features that the AlumaWelds have, the single piece holes. You're not having welds on your hole. That's generally not a good place to have them. There's a lot of attributes that they have
And one thing we're going to
really
talk
well
about
with.
exactly, and one thing we're going to talk about with that's the thing that we're super excited about with this partnership.
Right.
Is with partnering with Stevens. One thing that it's going to allow us to do is we're gonna be making a ton more content just around boats,
Right.
helping new boat owners, talking about different features with boats, talking about fish finders, trolling motors, kickers, everything. It's going to allow us to just branch into that kind of content and make a bunch more to hopefully educate you guys out there to get your first boats and all that stuff. What are you laughing about?
Oh, a couple of comments. I was trying not to interrupt.
You do
I
it
missed it.
quite often.
I missed it.
I'm trying really.
But yeah, I mean, when you're talking about like, you know, boat safety and like designs of boats, I mean, I get asked, you know, once every couple weeks, you know, well, what boat should you have for the Northwest? And then you have to have those conversations, like,
Yep.
well, where are your fisheries? And it'll be really nice to be able to tie that to like a place that I could be like, okay, well, this is what I would recommend for you, and here it is. And
Yeah.
here it is from a builder, like I said, that's been around for 50 years. From, you know, Mercury, I think, you know, Stevens Marine, I mean, I'm still getting familiar with the Mercury product. I've ran them now for about 2.5 years. Could not be happier. You know, some of their new technologies and stuff with those new 4-strokes is just incredible. Fuel consumption and power and lightness. And anyways, we don't need to get into that today.
Having the
That'll
luxury
be
of going into a dealer like that, laying eyes on the boat you're going to be getting. If you're
So that
ordering
was
it, it's
one of
not- the custom boat is great. It
Well,
sounds great, but
here's-
not knowing what you're stepping into and looking at it first.
Well, here's the
that's so
biggest
big for a
factor,
buyer.
right? So my last 2 boats have been, I bought a used boat that was nice, that was built by a custom boat builder, and then I bought a new boat that was built by a custom boat owner. And the one thing that I hated the most was, who was I taking my boat to every single time to do stuff to? Stevens Marine. I was taking my boat constantly to Stevens Marine to have it worked on, and it just seemed like a really, really good partnership for addicts. And the other cool thing that we're going to be doing is we're going to be working.
Short fish forever.
We're going to be working with Stevens to work on special discount codes that you can get
Right.
through their dealer. So if you need to get maintenance works done, we're going to have a special addicted code that you can use. We're going to have a special deal for like new boat owners, like guys that are just thinking about buying their first boat and they want to go through Stevens. You're going to have a special addicted deal if you go through Stevens. We're going to be working on all sorts of cool stuff like that we can bring to you guys through Stevens and hopefully help you guys get new boats or boats if you want to purchase them as well. Lots of cool stuff. I'm excited about it. We are talking to the Oregon State Marine Board, and we're going to be making some really cool content with them around just education and boating with the Oregon State Marine Board and safety stuff. So that's kind of our goal going into the future, is to make a lot of content like that for you guys.
And I can't.
Well, it's happening. You could tease it out
It's
there a little bit.
happening, but like we've even had some other federal entities, like
Yeah.
basically our boys in blue. So we're, you know, we got to kind of get a little bit further past this COVID thing, but we were gonna have some excellent content coming up.
We're working on
from
some
the Coast
stuff.
Guard.
Yeah, from the Coast Guard. We're working on some really cool stuff with the Coast Guard as well, filming some content with them. So we're excited about it. Lots of cool stuff around just boats. And don't
Boats.
worry, guys. All you bank guys out there, I am a freaking diehard bank
Dude,
maggot.
you get your 6 months out of the year. The
Yep.
boat guys get their 6. No, I'm just kidding.
We will still be talking about all sorts of bank fishing tactics and all
Bank
that. But
maggots.
we will be doing that forever. It's never going to end. I mean, Jordan's never leaving his raft, and one of the things, you know, people
Bar
kind of get
tossings,
misconception about rafts is you're floating in the, but you're not. When you use a raft, you're typically bank fishing the entire time. You're just
Bank
using the
fishing
raft to
with
get
a
down.
taxi.
Yeah, exactly.
And so you can fish all the private property.
It's fun. It's a lot of fun. So bank fishing isn't going anywhere, but we're excited now. The live feed is officially sponsored and brought to you by Stevens Marine. So
And we
thanks.
couldn't be prouder or happier.
Exactly.
And they've been awesome. And honestly, like I've had my trailer for a couple two years now, and started having some pretty serious issues with it. And between going up to Johnny and Glenn Hollis' place and coordinating some of the parts that I needed for the trailer, going through that, I mean, it was like the next day, fixed. I mean, on it, super knowledgeable. Called a couple other trailer places, and they were just in freaking la la land. Like, this is stupid. I should just call Stevens, even though I was a little bit further north when I was having the issues.
Yeah.
They fixed it, got the parts. I mean, that's what 50 years in the business gets you. So.
Yep. So I saw a couple questions. I went with a 21-foot Alumaweld Columbia. I haven't decided. I haven't made a 100% choice on what I'm going to put on it. I'm either going to do a 150 or a 200. I haven't decided yet. I'm still like rolling it around. I haven't figured out what I
Go
want to
big
do
or
there.
go home.
Go big or go home,
big or
everyone
go home.
says.
I know we all know you like to go fast.
I do. That's why I'm thinking put a fit 150 on there. Keep me under
Keep you under control.
Keep me under control.
We gotta move! We gotta move! We gotta move!
Anyway, I'm freaking stoked about it. I'm gonna go with that 15 horse fuel injection.
Oh yeah.
Kicker.
Yeah. When I went in to get the trailer parts, they're like, "When are you gonna do that EFI 15?" I'm like, I want to. I need to. I don't have anything wrong with my other one though, so it's like, why do it?
Yeah, that one's been a good kicker too.
Oh shit. Yeah, it's just I don't know. I probably will though.
So Mercury is also kind of one of the sponsors that have kind of jumped on with IllumaWeld and Stevens Marine. So it's kind of all three of those brands, and then we're going to help them as well with all the other brands that they sell and push. So if you guys need boats or you have questions about boats, feel free to ask us. We can get you guys in the right direction. And like I said, stay tuned for more on that. We will be making all sorts of cool content coming up.
And I will say that, like what you just said, feel free to ask me about the boats because, like I said, I've ran a lot of the Super V's and the Columbias, and I've got pretty in tune with that stuff just over the last, like I said, 11 years of guiding. So, like, if you have any questions, anything, like, feel free to just shoot me a private message on Facebook or Insta, and I'll get you guys worked away. Because there's definitely, like, with these new hull designs, I mean, as these fisheries and as everything has been changing over the Northwest, like, you know, everything used to be like these flat of the flat bottoms, and now we're doing, you know, less trib fishing and more offshore, more big water fishing. So, like, finding the right boat is super important. I even know guys that have basically talked them out of the boats that they're running now, and they've switched to, like, the Columbias, and now they're just, why did I do that for years?
Yeah.
Like, they bought the wrong boat. So, anyways, feel free to message. It's a big investment. You know, you're going to want to go. You're going to want to go with a knowledgeable source. Stevens Marine will be that guy, but I can help you out too. So.
Yeah. I saw a question there. What's your opinion on buying an outboard with 2 lower units? And that's actually what I'm like on the fence about. That's why I can't decide if I want to get a 150 with just a prop or if I want to do a 200 with both lower units. So that's kind of what I'm on the fence about. I've been toying around the idea of just getting like a smaller boat, like a 17-foot like little beater that I can use in the tributaries, and then having my big boat for the Columbia. I just haven't decided what I want to do yet. But you do that currently, right? You have 2 lowers.
Yeah, I run 2 lowers, but that's just because when I do end up fishing the tribs, you know, I gotta switch back and forth, just so I can just take the amount of people. Like, but in your situation, be a little bit different because I think you're gonna get a lot of good. You'll still get a really good performance out of that 21, even with the 150 jet, where you're not taking 5 and 6 guys. So I don't think you have anything to worry about there. But like you said, you always, if you cross that line, if you want to have a beater trib boat and you want to have a big water boat, well, then you probably don't want a Columbia. You want to maybe be looking at something like a Pacific or something that's even windshielded and topped. I know that's not your style.
Yeah.
But for other people out there,
Yeah.
like you got to start making those decisions. Those decisions will cost you, $30 grand if you're making. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you want to be out, and honestly, with the day and age now, I mean, let's be honest. I mean, back. Even 10, 15 years ago, I mean, I could just run my Super V. I never had to go to much big water. I'd go to buoy 10. I wouldn't fish the ocean much, even though like I commercial tuna fished and did all the crap back in the college days. But it's like, that's changed. Like where we could just sit there and blast a couple like local trips. I could stay in those rivers 365 days a year, have an open fishing season, have productive fishing, and catch chrome fish.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, and that's changed now. So like I said, now it's forcing us to do different things, and so having the right boat for it and having a versatile boat for it will keep you fishing on productive fishing longer throughout the year.
Absolutely.
You can't just buy like one boat and just expect.
I was talking to your buddy Nelson about that's what he was saying. There's a lot of guys that are going to like kingfishers and big boats because the ocean is just.
Yeah, it's kind of where it's at right now. But like I said, you ain't running those up the tribs in November.
No.
Yeah. So
makes perfect sense. All right. Well, cool.
What you want.
That was a good talk. Like I said, we'll have lots more on that. So thanks again, guys. We appreciate it, and we're stoked to be partnered with Stevens Marine. There's going to be some cool stuff coming. Now we talk about some summer Chinook, eh?
Let's talk about some. We got 500 of you guys watching today. Let's talk about some summer Chinook.
I'm going to go get some more giveaways. How about that?
Ooh,
No,
well
stay
played,
here.
sir.
Stay here. No, none of these guys out there want giveaways.
Sure.
So.
Yep.
None of these guys want giveaways. Yeah, two lower units with a hydro jacking. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of options you can go. Sometimes though, with the right design boat, you don't need the jack plate. Sometimes you don't want that space between the grade and the back of the hull. So, best boat. Another question: best boat for a family and fishing. Like I said, you'd have to break it down to see where you're fishing at and exactly what you want to do. You don't want to be the guy who buys the ski boat for family stuff, but then fishes out of it 90% of the time, right? I think everyone with a family's had to deal with that. So, anyways, yeah, lots to talk about. Feel free to shoot me a message or bring it up. Actually, if you have a question, you could even put it on the Addicted Fishing Forum too. Put it up there, and we'll get some insight and get some answers that are going as well. Yep. So, Summer Chinook, guys, as you guys know, and I'm sure most of you guys have heard, that the Summer Chinook season is opening this Saturday, July 4th, and going through July 8th. And other than that, I got nothing else for you because I'm not even going to fish it one day. I don't even care. Have fun, guys. See ya.
I will be. I'll be wobbler fishing for sure.
You know, wobbler fish. Yeah. No, I'm
Triple wobblers.
I'm jealous. Like, I kind of like...
Triple wobblers kill
They
fish.
schedule those damn seasons like that, and I'm looking at long-term forecasts for the ocean, and at least trying to give my clients the best bet. So I'm filling up and booking like that kind of stuff, and then they go and do this, and it's like, well, I already got guys that want to do the ocean, so I'm not even probably going to Summer Chinook one damn day.
Yeah.
I'm kind of bummed, but I'm just going to go out in Summer Chinook where I can kill wilds. So,
Well, how does that work too? They give it the 4-day season. These are fisheries that used to be open for months, correct? And so they have a 4-day season set. Obviously it's all in the air as far as what it has. It's determined on what we catch, of course. But do you see that opening back up? Do you?
It's hard to say because you're right. With a season that goes, with 60, 70,000 fish forecast preseason, a lot of times. That season we would fish summer Chinooks for 2, 3, maybe even 4 weeks, and so now they're only giving us a 5-day season when we've already got a pretty robust dam.
I don't really want to get you off on this tangent, but theoretically,
don't do it.
Yeah, theoretically, this is a more again, we're going off on a tangent here, but I gotta say it's on my mind. But theoretically, this is more impactful to specific runs of fish, giving 4-day seasons where thousands of people hammer on fish, and those fish are coming through. They're not fish that are from all over the place. That's not how runs of fish come.
You're saying that the
schools.
timing could be just like you might be really.
They're impacting certain tributaries, fisheries,
Yeah.
rather than having the prolonged season where people aren't going to take time off of work. They're going to go fish just for the weekend. They're going to just, so on and so forth. It seems like such a more unhealthy way to manage a fishery.
Yeah, I agree with you, and I don't know how that breaks up. Like if a certain tributary's run shows up a little earlier within the whole summer Chinook run. Whether this.
We're talking here to Canada, of course. All the way to Idaho.
So I don't know if there is. There might not be a breakup on that, but the bottom line is they forecasted a run of about 35,000 fish over Bonneville, and then they basically we've blown that out of the water, and now they're thinking that we can end up with 65,000 and shoot the dam counts are still really strong. So they've warranted the fishery. Why it's only 5 days, don't know. I think it might be one of those things where they open it 5 days, look at it. Maybe there'll be some other opportunity later on down the road. But you're right, thousands of people are going to go hit it. So who knows what will happen? We within the state, when we're seeing these, I'm not even going to participate in it because we didn't have any warning, and a lot of people, obviously, no one else really did either. But you got to go by those forecast numbers, and it's just kind of the way it is. There's really nothing else to go by. So we'll just have to see what happens. And when you want to talk about forecast numbers too, we're sitting here where they closed the sockeye run down. They predicted 267,000 over Bonneville. I think they're close to 200 now today, and you should see a tail off of the run. But sockeye should be pouring over for at least another couple weeks.
Right.
I would have to think that they could be doing a little bit of a run update there and maybe getting some sockeye fishing before it goes. And granted, if they don't open it down here, the guys will get them upriver, which is not the worst thing in the world.
They need their fish too.
But I think that we've kind of missed a little bit of opportunity there, especially in a day and age where we don't have a lot of opportunity.
Right.
It's like, damn, we were hammering on. It was really good. Yeah, Marlon, what are you doing? Everyone's saying Marlon's digging deep over there.
I'm trying to get some wobblers to show guys wobblers because I know you got a bunch of
plugs,
killer fish
Yep.
that we're gonna show. Talk about kind of some anchor fishing. So I was gonna show just a few wobblers and show what we do on the bank.
Sure. Yeah, so like I said, it's going to be good fishing. I think the waters are still kind of up too, and temperatures have been remaining cold. Let's be honest, this June has been really, cool and mild. We haven't had any real big heat waves. It seems like every Saturday it rains. Sorry for you weekend warrior guys, but I think that's also what's attributed to why we caught the sockeye so fast.
The rain.
Yeah, just the rain and the cold temperatures. There's one real glaring inherent reason why we caught the sockeye so fast, and it's not necessarily what the state says, because the state wants to convince you that The reason why we caught the sockeye so fast is because we've learned how to catch them.
Oh, dude, it's the tutorial Charles put out.
Oh, that's it.
For sure.
Right.
100%.
Hold on. Everybody learned how. Look, now I am going to go off on a flipping tangent because the narrative has been from the departments. Oh, they've learned how to catch them. There's not been anything new to the sockeye fishery and how we've caught those fish in the last 15 years since it opened in 2005. We've caught them the same way. You know, we haven't had the advent of the 360 flasher, which changed the dynamics of the fall Chinook fishery. We haven't had twitching. We haven't had bobber dye. Nothing has changed in the sockeye. What did change this year, though, was that there was no summer Chinook fishing, and the summer steelhead fishing was kind of just barely hanging on by a thread. That's what happened. The effort went to where the productive fishing was. So I'm not going to buy the narrative that, oh, we learned how to catch them, because we've been doing the same crap for the last freaking 15 years, fishing for them. It's just that there was nothing else to fish for, so everybody went and did that, and I don't blame them one bit. Why? Lack of opportunity, plant more hatchery fish, wild fish groups can shove off. That's why. Anyway, so we really want to talk about that. Now
Going on.
Anyway, so moving on, so let's talk some summer Chinook. So flows are still up. You know, we're not like at a bone low situation. Water's still like somewhat
Which means the
turbid,
fish are bitey.
which means the fish are going to be bitey. When I was out there the last day, I was seeing 64 or 65, 65 degree water, which to me is like, okay, you know, I'll probably lay off the bait. You know, when we were sockeye fishing, we were catching tons of Chinook. I mean, there was some days that caught like 7, 9. I mean, I'm talking in like 4 feet of water, like with a light leader, small hooks, trying not to get a hold of them.
Right.
And they were everywhere. You know, and obviously reflective of a good dam count, but you also had good fish numbers and good conditions. So, but the water temperatures have warmed up a little bit. To me, if I was going to be doing it, I would be definitely more of a plug show down in the lower river. Since you've got higher flows, you know, running some straight hardware, some straight spinners in those faster current situations up towards some of the dams, I think would be a little better. But yeah, I mean, and with the dirtier water, I would definitely like to run, you know, a lot of like real bright oranges, bright reds, bright pinks. You know, I'm a real fan of the double orange. For those of you guys that jumped on the summer drop and bought out all the freaking plugs, you dicks.
In literally one day.
In one day.
Less than a day.
You are
Hours.
go to the side cam real fast. Just
This is why we called it Legend 2.0.
yeah, so-
Look at these plugs.
So these are all the plugs that I've painted over the years for my summer Chinooking. And as you can see, I'm a big fan of double orange. Some are missing hooks because they needed to be replaced. And before anybody, I figure some plug guru is going to be like, "Where's all the bite marks? Where's all the bite marks?" These are all custom painted, and I put a coating on these plugs that I don't think I could sit here and scratch off if I freaking tried. So I use a very, very, very strong clear coat versus like some of the stock stuff where this one had a chartreuse bill and an orange tail, and as you can see, it was definitely chewed off. But I'm a plug fan. You know, you get that mid 60 degree water, and you can get in their way. You can have just ridiculously good fishing. Obviously, you know, this would be, like I said, my time of year, just with how you know, the visibility is only about 3.5 feet out there. I mean, it's not super clear, it's super bright, so it's going to be a good time to use real obnoxious, noisy plugs. And obviously, you know, you can put your bait wraps on there, sardines.
What's your size preference? KF15s, KF14s?
Man, that's a good question. I like so honestly, I would prefer to run 14s, which here's a 14 and here's a 15 side by side, guys. I'd prefer to run the 14s this time of year because you will get steelhead, and believe it or not, you will get sockeye biting 14s. Like, they will. Like, you'll get steelhead by 15. As crazy as that is, they will hit it occasionally. Like, if I'm going to target them, I'm not going to use it.
Is steelhead open?
Steelhead is open for one hatchery steelhead.
So why did Bob's post that?
Post what?
That I sent to you, it said must release all hatchery steelhead.
I thought steelhead was open for one.
Yeah, that's just what Bob's posted on their page.
I could be wrong. So I'm just going to say right now, full disclaimer, check your regulations because, yeah, I haven't been paying too much attention to it because, like I said, I'll be on the salt. As you can see here, guys.
Yeah, if someone's tuning in that knows that,
Yeah.
you guys should drop a comment. Because I'm just going off, yeah, he posted a screenshot that said, daily limit is 2 adult hatchery Chinook, release all sockeye and steelhead. All other regulations apply.
Oh. Okay.
5-day Columbia River Chinook opener starts Saturday. That's what they
So
said.
that's only Chinook then. So, well,
Apparently, if someone's
Damn.
commenting and knows, I don't know.
Yeah,
I was
I was-
curious on it too.
yeah, let me, no, okay, some people are saying no steelhead. And I do apologize, guys, because, like I said, I'm not
Yeah,
paying-
steelhead is not open.
Okay, thank you, guys. Only open in the tributaries. Thank you for clearing that up. Like I said, I'm not planning on even fishing it, so good luck, but that's how much I paid attention to it.
So Bigfoot says $20 plugs. Yikes! So Bigfoot, I actually
Yeah.
before I did any sort of pricing on those plugs, I talked to 4 different custom plug painters to figure out like what's fair on these things. What should I sell them for? You know, I'm into them a ton of money. They're not cheap. You know, you buy the blanks, you buy the mustad hooks, you pay the painter to paint them. Then you got to put the hooks back on. There's labor to package it, ship it, all that jazz. So I tried to get it like right where I felt it was in the right zone. And a lot of people told me I sold them for too cheap.
Right. 'Cause
Some guy
I
called me
know-
instantly and was like, dude, I would have sold those for $25-$30 all day
And
long.
what's funny is like, back when I was painting a lot of plugs and coating a lot of plugs and doing that stuff,
Yeah.
the reason why I don't really even do it anymore is because I know how much time and how much investment I have into like one of these like paint jobs. But then also too, it's like you also have a lot of like time and investment on learning what works into those things too. So it's like at the end of the day, I mean, we appreciate the guys that bought them. I know you're going to have a very good plug. I don't have all my plugs with me, but you can see like, these gold style bodies with double orange has been one of my favorite for summer Chinook killers, and I can't wait
It
to
just
see.
screams dirty water. You know.
Conditions right now. If I had 5 of those plugs and I had 5 rods, I'd be fishing 5 of them. I would bet on it. I know. I cannot wait for guys to post some pictures with them. But since it was popular, guys, and since we probably won't do that exact pattern, but we'll do some variations for you guys down the road.
Yep.
So we obviously we put stuff out there. We don't know. It's kind of like the kids' clothes thing, right? Like some people, oh, you gotta do this, you gotta do this, and then we do it, and then nobody.
No.
We put a bunch of time and
Yep.
effort. Clint and Mike and
We
all
sold
the guys.
75 of those plugs in under 8 hours.
Right, and like I said, sometimes we don't know, so we just kind of dabble, and then it's like, okay, that's okay. Okay, then hey,
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah,
it's
and
what we
I
gotta do.
to anyone that didn't
Yeah.
get it, I apologize. I got some messages from some of you guys that really wanted it. Like these little drops that we're doing, we're gonna try to make them like a quarterly thing. So we're gonna try to we have some other stuff that we're already cooking up, some really cool custom lures with Jordan that we're working on right now. We're cooking some stuff up, so just make sure next time when we go to release the summer drop that you're on there right away and you don't miss out.
Yeah, and I see a question. Oh, stop doing that real fast. Go down a little bit. Sorry. Oh, I don't have gear for the wobblers. Mostly spinning gloves for plunking. Could you plunk 3 straight plugs?
Oh,
I wouldn't say
Not with the hooks.
You're only
Not
allowed
with
3 hooks.
so you'd have to switch them all to a single
You
belly.
could do them all. You can do a single hook on all of them. You'd get a lot of drag. A lot of guys, what they'll do is they'll run like 1 spinning globe and then they'll plunk 1 lure with 2 hooks on it, and that's totally legal and works really well.
You want to know something that works really well?
Yeah.
I can tell you right now, when we were just sockeye fishing, every single day we were hooking multiple summer Chinook on size 6 and size 8 spin gloves
tiny.
with a coon shrimp.
Yeah.
Multiple.
Right.
It was crazy
Well,
how
I'll
many
tell
we
you
were
what,
catching.
once you get out there and there's all these people out there that are running all this, that might be the secret key at certain times for certain anglers.
The water
I'm going to
temps,
tell you right now, if you can run wobblers, run wobblers, because the guys that are running the wobblers are going to beat you up.
the water.
I'm
I
just telling
disagree
you.
with that. I disagree with that. And there's no way of knowing, but I will say this. And the only reason why I'm saying that is because when we were fishing sockeye and that water was 60, 62 degrees, I was catching so many Chinook in a spot that I can't traditionally catch summer Chinook in 20 and 25 feet.
But it slowed down
It
as
did.
the
It
season went
changed.
on.
It's changed since then. But if it was the same thing, I would say no. The bank guys are going to whip you up because I probably landed 25 of them stupid things in 3 feet of water.
I'm talking about bank guys that are fishing wobblers.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, if it was the same conditions as it was 3 weeks
Yeah,
ago,
yeah.
I think the guys fishing spinning
Because they were running so tight.
Yeah,
So
they were
tight,
running.
yeah.
They were running so tight it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
But like I said, we've had a pause in the fishery. The temps could go up, water comes down, clears up a little bit, changes everything.
I'm excited.
You'd be asinine not to go out there without wobblers, at least in your tackle box, just in case. Like you'd be dumb. Don't do that.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I cannot wait. This is one of my favorite fisheries
What's your
every
favorite
year.
Brad wobbler? There?
Right
I
here.
noticed some colors.
The
that are very-
blurple,
the
side
blurple.
cam it. I'm actually working on a killer fish right now that is kind of
The blurple
inspiration taken off that
back. Now you hang yours back. You like the hung back.
one.
I don't like that hang back. I'm not a
Right.
fan.
I'm going to tell you one thing though, guys. If you do decide to hang that back, it changes the wobbler. So you need to mess with it. You can't just leave
Tune
it. You can't just leave it where it's at. You got to bend the wobbler. You got to do some stuff to it. And then you got to mess with it based on the current. So one thing, when I started getting good at wobbler fishing and learning from the guys that were really good at it,
Bending that one, buddy.
I never. Some of these guys, I was probably fishing that on like an incoming tide. So when seriously, like, play with it. If you have a really, 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 really weak tide, put a little more bend in your wobbler. If you have, this one's not bent as much.
Okay.
If you have, and then these ones, a little different styles. I like fishing.
Let's throw some knowledge out here.
I like fishing these a lot.
I'm gonna show you this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like, I
so
would
seriously,
not be
guys, so
fair.
the biggest thing I can tell you when you're wobbler fishing that'll absolutely change your game in catching fish is play with your wobblers. They're just like a plug. They're just like anything. Tune them, bend them,
Yep.
mess with them. Figure out where the right wobbler is,
Everyone's got that magic wobbler.
Everyone-
That works better than all the other ones.
and you'll start catching more fish, dude. When I first saw, a couple guys, shout out to them. They know who they are if they're watching. A couple guys that showed me that on the bank. One day these guys hooked 11 and I hooked 1.
Yeah, you can see this lower one's got a lot more bend, on the nose of it than. This
Yeah,
one.
exactly. Yep. And some of them are just depends on when I fished them or, what the current was doing.
Yeah.
Like I said, really, yeah. I'll let you guys experiment with it. I won't give too much away, but just mess with the bend on your wobblers for
Yeah,
sure.
just give it a shot.
Yeah.
You got some other bigger Brad's ones here, and these ones tend to work really good in fast current.
Yep.
Them
Super
really
fast
nice.
current. Yeah. And I like these. So a lot of times what I'll do when I'm running triple wobblers is my first drop when the tide first starts and it's barely pulling, I run these. And I'll run all 3 of these and I'll have them ready and I'll clip them up and I'll run 3 of that style wobbler when the tide first starts, like the first hour of the tide. Then when I go to drop my next rock, I switch back out to the other style wobbler that's in the blurple. But again, it's gonna be just experimenting, guys. Just go out there and do it. You got 5 days to do it, so let's put it to work.
Yep.
Um,
What's the difference between a wobbler and the kokanee dodger? Daryl, within the Brads, the wobbler is generally a lighter, thinner, less gauge metal because it's meant to kind of swing and sometimes, like you said, incoming tide and currents, and then you can adjust it. But one thing, if you're going to do the kokanee dodgers, they do sell them in the standard and they sell them in the heavy gauge. And if I were you, and if I had to pick one kokanee dodger, that Brad's kokanee dodger in the heavy gauge, I think it has a little silver sticker on it that says heavy.
get the heavy gauge one.
Get the heavy gauge one.
It's good to know.
And don't worry.
All right, who out there wants a short bus flasher? Who wants to win a short bus flasher? We're gonna get a giveaway going here.
Crazy.
I just gave you some, Clint. We got a pink and silver 360 short. What do you call this one? What's he called? He's always got these.
No, I know what he calls that one. I know what he calls
You
that one.
walked right into that.
Here we
one.
go.
Yeah.
So we got
It's a really cool pink and chrome flasher.
We got the titty twister. The titty twister from Short Bus Flashers right here.
Yep.
Here, you want to side cam it?
We'll side cam that bad boy.
And then we're also going to give away, we're going to give away a titty twister. We're going to give away a nice titty twister. And then we're going to give away a 3.5 spinner with that.
Give away all the titty twisters you want.
And so if you guys want an opportunity to win that, if you could do us a huge favor and thumbs up the video. If you're on Facebook, just hit that thumbs up 15 times in a row. Just keep hitting it for us. If you're on YouTube and you haven't hit the thumbs up button, please thumbs up the video. And then share this out there with your family, your friends. Text message it to them. Tell them to come join us. We're talking about summer Chinook tonight. And then drop a comment below and let us know, have you ever caught a summer Chinook? Yes or no, I've caught one. Yes, I've caught one. No, I haven't. Or they're not in my region where I live. Or whatever you want to comment. We're going to randomly select from the comments here. We're going to give you guys a few minutes. It is 8:18. At 8:24, we'll give you guys about 6 minutes. We will randomly select a winner to win a flasher and a spinner. What else you got?
What a great prize.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, what else are we talking about? I mean, we got a lot.
We're gonna
more
have to
summer
go
Chinook
make
text.
some tutorials this week, won't we?
I mean, we could rig one of these up. I could rig one of these to
It'd be
show.
cool. It'd be cool to do for like the 5-day season that's open. But then again, I guess back east.
So we love our guys.
Yeah, more east it's gonna open. We'll have it in the bank for next year.
Right.
Yeah.
For when they
You got
announce the
all
season in 2
trebles
days.
on your plugs?
Yeah, these. So like I said, I have not summer Chinook fished with plugs in
You know
3
what hook
years,
you would have on
4
there
years.
if you could.
Right. You damn right. You know which one I would. So like I'm kind of one of those guys that, you know, if I had worker plugs and I was fishing the stock, you know, aluminum hook that came on the brads and it worked, I wouldn't start switching off and hanging back and putting singles on because you changed the lure. So that's why you see a lot of these have, and these are probably, you know, these probably weren't the very original hooks, but I just changed them out with original hooks. But like I said, hadn't summer Chinook fished in a few years now, at least in our neck of the woods. So.
I know, guys. I mean, there's all sorts of different hook variations you can do and mess with and play with. But like Cam said, a lot of these plugs are just really good runners right out of the box. So you don't want to change the hook once it's a good runner.
So like this one right here, and this is one of the
Side
few
cam.
ones. Yeah, side cam this little bad boy. So this is one of the few ones that my coating. Let's just say the coating that I put on these lures. This oh god, I don't even know how many fish this one's caught. But when it cracks big time. Like it'll withstand more than any other clear coat. But when it goes. So you can see it's been digging a few fish. But this one, for some reason, I painted it and I fished it with regulars and it didn't work really well. So one day I'm like, screw it, I'll just switch it out to a couple lighter singles. And then this son of a gun, once I switched it over to singles, this thing ran and oh my god, I caught a million fish on it. Maybe not a million, but I caught plenty. A million billion
Is it
fish.
chip?
Oh my gosh.
That's what you get.
Oh my god, dogs are going crazy.
Is it chipping because it was digging, or
Yeah, probably that. Just getting twisted in that.
what do you use for your clear coat? People are asking.
Oh, that's magic. That's all I use.
That's mad. We got a super chat. Did we get that one?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
almost.
pinned it.
Awesome.
No, almost had my first Chinook. I was plunking too. Yes, it probably happened a lot to guys. Plunking this damn spring.
Yeah.
They were all over the place and they were chewing. Yes, sir. Yep, please on the wobblers. Yep, I think you should rig that. Hubby's going this weekend.
Alright, fine.
I'm not going to be able to rig the whole setup because it's huge, but I can at least show a little bit.
Just the one strand. Just like where does that float go? How long a leader? Where's the wobbler go?
Yeah, it could be like, watch the sockeye video, but instead of clipping on the little spinningles and shrimp, clip these on. You'd be set.
This leader.
I knew Little was there. Yeah, he just got his little foot stepped on. Are those flatfish, quick fish, or what? John Lobello, these are Brad's killer fish. And reason why I would spend or waste my time fishing the Brad's killer fish is just because it seems like if I buy the chrome blanks and I fish the Brad's killer fish, I get a lot more workers out of a lot fewer plugs. So yeah, these are all painted on the Brad's killer fish platform, KF14 and 15. Yeah.
So I did. A guy super chatted. I pinned it, but you guys didn't answer
Oh,
it. But
okay.
I don't think.
Well, we gotta give love to the super chats. Or not. You gotta find it. Holy crap.
Anyways, it's this one right here.
Just, what is it?
This.
I can't. Okay, pretty new here. Loving the new content. New to trout fishing. Going below Wolf Creek Dam National Hatchery in Cumberland, Kentucky. Y'all ever been? Any tips? No. I don't think I've even landed in Kentucky. Have you ever been to Kentucky?
I haven't been to Kentucky, but one thing I can tell you, buddy, is we make a lot of trout fishing content. And the good thing about trout is a trout in Washington State and a trout in Kentucky State probably aren't much different in their thinking. There may be some random different bugs and stuff that they may eat and grubs and things like that. But for the most part, a lot of the techniques that we've taught and showed you on the YouTube channel are going to help you catch fish in Kentucky. So go to the YouTube channel, get on the trout fishing playlist. It's trout fishing tips and lures or something like that on YouTube. Check it out and just go watch some of those videos. I bet there's a lot of them on there that'll help you be successful, man. Because I get messages from people all over the country, Pennsylvania, New York, Minnesota, all of them telling us that our trout videos have helped them huge in becoming more successful on their local waterways. So go check it out, man.
That's pretty good. That's funny. That's from my sister. Oh.
Okay, I'm tying something up here for you guys.
Yeah, hurry up. Maybe I'll answer some other questions. I cast a wobbler and slide down a plug. Yep. Vernon, that would work.
That's way too long. What am I doing here, boys?
We went
You're out of
fishing.
practice.
It's been too long. It's been too long. You know.
So California oldies, but yeah, see, we don't. Adeline, like I said, we're not real familiar with a lot of those fisheries in NorCal. So, you know, one thing our state does and Oregon does for the most part is they'll actually plant like the stocking reports and plant. You know, they'll tell people where they're planting a lot of the fish. So I don't know if California does that or not, but that might be a good resource to check out. Or a lot of times the best resource to check out is just call down to the regional office of the Fish and Game and just start pounding on people's mailboxes and get answers from them. They'll tell you.
Setup, dude.
What are you doing?
This is such a long, just monster setup. Look at that thing.
Here, I'll hold one end.
I think it's too long still, though. I need to do some out of practice, bro.
Guys, these guys are talking about methods that they know more about than me. That's why I'm not talking. So I can talk and interrupt them the whole time if you want.
Jordan he's been a trip guy for a lot of his life, so he hasn't spent a lot of time on the Columbia River.
Yeah.
And to be perfectly honest, even I think he probably still wouldn't if it wasn't for me dragging him out there and making him do it. It's just not his thing. He likes to be on the smaller rivers and hang out in there, but we'll get him converted soon
Yeah,
enough.
exactly. It's happening every day, more and more.
So I saw 2 questions here, and then we'll get to the Marlin. It's 8:25, and he needs to draw a winner. But there's
draw a winner.
There's 2 questions real
Pick
fast.
one.
While
Pick
he's
a
doing
faster
that,
winner.
I could answer them both at the same time. And one is, do the Chinook, do they swim high through the water column or do they swim low through the water column? And my guess is just with the conditions, the currents, and the turbidity is they're probably going to be closer to the bottom than they are going to be suspended. And then to kind of couple that, there was a question about why don't people troll for them. I think you probably are going to get the conditions where you're going to be able to troll for them.
Spinners.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think the Columbia is a little bit more turbid than some of the other places people have been trolling them suspended right now. You get my drift? But I think that's going to probably happen, fishing big 360 flashers. And I know, maybe during...
Dude, not even just 360s. Like, there's been some summer Chinook seasons where I've just hammered lead to the bottom and put, like, a spinner like this down there.
Yeah.
And done really, really well.
Right. So I think...
With the float or just straight off?
No, just trolling them. Trolling spinners like that off the ball. Like, just like you would herring. Mm-hmm. But if Cam's right, if it's really, really turbid, it's probably not your best move.
Right. Well, and like I said, it's not... And it depends on the current. Like, if you're fishing the lower river and you're going to have tides...
Huge, big, yeah.
Yeah, if they're going to start pushing back and slowing the current way, way, way down enough to where the wobbler's not going to work or your plugs are going to work, then get on the troll. I mean, what else do you have
Which
to
for
lose?
this 4-day season won't necessarily happen just because of the low.
I don't know what the tides are.
Just depends
lower
on
in the
how big
river,
a
it
thing
might
it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I can tell you this much. I mean, they did move the summer Chinook boundary to the Rocky Point Tongue Point line. And if it was still down at the Astoria Bridge...
Oh, I know.
That's all you do is troll those stupid things. And that was a bloodbath when they used to let us do that. And I can see probably why they didn't let us do it on this one. Because that's all we used to do is just troll them.
Uh-huh. Okay, guys. So this may look like
a winner's coming.
Winner.
Who we got?
There you go.
Brandon May.
There you go, Brandon. You won yourself some
With
short bus flashers.
Unenthusiastic, yeah.
Brandon, you won yourself some a short bus flasher and a spinner.
Congrats.
Please shoot us an email to orders@addicted.fishing right there down at the bottom of the screen. Yeah. Shoot an email to that email address. Make sure you include exactly what you won and your shipping address, man, and we'll get it shipped out to you. And thanks to everyone. We appreciate it when you guys are sharing those things out there for us, and we'll keep doing giveaways every week. So.
And we'll do one more before the end of the night.
We will. So basically what you guys want to run here is this setup's going to work the same as how you do. If you guys have watched any of our videos where we run the triple spin glow setups, we have quite a few videos on the YouTube channel where you can go look up triple wobbler or look up triple spin glow or any of those setups, and you're going to be able to watch an in-depth video of how we do it. But here's just a quick, Jordan, you fail.
Jordan.
Here's just a quick, so basically what I do here is I make these just like I do your flasher bumpers that you would make for trolling. So I'm using basically like a 200-pound, 150-pound line here, and this is a 3-foot. So you have a 3-foot basically bumper here, and you have your float in the middle with a couple beads. So your float's sliding on this. Up top, you have your duo snap, your barrel swivel. That right there is just crimped right on, Cam. If you want to side cam that, you can show it. It's just the tuna core, just like you do the.
Yep. Yeah.
But I pre-make those just so I can clip them on and clip them off.
Yeah, like I said, tuna cord adds a little bit of rigidity. It drags in the water. Like when you're running lines out or when you're casting too, you're not going to get it as much tangle. It's not as limp.
Exactly.
As the line.
Exactly. So it's just like that. So that whole setup right there is 3 feet. So I run that 3 feet, and what you have in between it, if you go down, Cam, is you have the bead chain.
Yep.
So up top, you have your first initial duo snap, your bumper to your bead chain. And coming off your bead chain is where you tie another 2 to 2.5 foot section of leader. Always run 40 pound. Don't mess around. Run 40, even 50.
They ain't line shy.
Some guys
50.
like 50. I've never had an issue with 40, so I always run 40. But you can go to 50.
Run steel cable.
Yeah, run whatever you want. It really doesn't matter. These fish are not line shy. And then down to your wobbler, and you can run the wobbler stock just like that with the 2 split rings, or you can drop it back with a barrel swivel. Either way is going to work. But like I said, so you're going to run basically 3 of those exact setups to 3 different 3-way swivels. And then you're going to take that thing out there, drop it in the Columbia, and catch as many summer Chinook as you want.
Or you're going to sit there and watch the guys with plugs and good bait do it. One of the two.
I can tell you.
Something's going to happen.
You guys wait. Monday, what's the date Monday? The 6th?
6.
Yeah.
Monday the 6th. Just wait. I'll have a picture for you. On this exact setup.
On that blue one?
Yep. I'm just gonna leave. Let's go set
On
this
Monday
over
the
there.
6th. On Monday the 6th, I'm gonna have like 6 wilds laying in the bottom of the boat, all dead, with their scales falling
Yeah,
off.
we're gonna get all
salt.
hatcheries now.
I don't care. They all die.
Cameron likes to kill our wild fish
I'm gonna
population.
kill every last one of them. I don't care anymore. That's right. See me out here? No, out in the ocean, we're allowed to keep unclipped Chinook, guys. I'm not doing anything illegal. But I am gonna kill them, bonk them.
It's funny too because they're they restrict the summer Chinook season,
I know.
and then they say, "All right, guys, go out in the ocean, right out where all the summer Chinook are staged, and just have a heyday on them."
Yeah.
Makes a lot of sense.
I don't necessarily agree with it either.
Oh, man.
But it's really hard, like when a client lands a 25-pounder on coho gear, and then it's like, oh.
Joe Carlson
Look at
says,
that.
"Paint the float black."
More or
Why do you think I should paint the float black? What's your thinking around that? Do you think that? I mean, I have never painted a single float that I've ever used with those, but if it's gonna help me catch more fish, I'm gonna go paint all my
On the
floats black.
Nishigack, we used to fish those floats as our egg draggers. Like, hand me that red one. And I had multiple Chinook come to the surface and grab this bobber off the surface. Like, right, and one 20-pounder's like, whoop, pops up. He goes, turns around, goes, whoop. I did it 3 times, and we're just sitting there watching it. Like, are you kidding
I
me?
didn't have a freaking topwater bait ready.
Oh shit, would have worked. Yeah. I mean, but I don't know. I mean, yeah, maybe there's something to paint in black. I mean, why not?
No, I've never had experience. I've never had a Chinook strike these floats. I never have. If your rod goes buried, they're hitting the wall. They're hitting the wobbler. These things are coming up the river. Your float. They see your wobbler before they see the float. They're not going to hit the float. There's no this thing. Plus, this thing, all it's doing in the water is dragging. Like it's not. It doesn't look like anything to a fish.
If you were a fish, would you hit it, Clint?
Clint hits anything.
Whatever.
I'm just gonna.
If you think they're hitting these floats, then you live on Fantasy Island. They're not
I've
hitting
seen
these
him
floats.
do it.
I'm pretty
On
sure.
a wobbler setup?
No,
Yeah.
I'm just telling
The other ones from the boat, the smaller wobbler floats. I think I have one with bite marks in it.
Oh, do you? Mm-hmm.
I have flashers with bites.
They went right
I have
past
fla-
the
I have-
Send your resumes to.
Orders at Addicted Dog Fishing.
I'm done.
Clint just gave up right there. He's done.
I don't know. I've just never had a scenario where I've dropped a triple wobbler setup. I've gone back to the beach and I've sat there and my rod buries, and I go to set the hook and then.
How would you know, though?
Thank
How
you,
would
Bob.
you know?
Super chat.
How would you know?
Teeth marks in your float.
Because I've had. I mean, here's the thing. Like fish bite. I'm not saying they're I'm not saying that happens at all with wobblers, but
Okay, if you believe that, then I want every single person out there that thinks they eat
I
these
don't
floats
think so either.
to go run a treble hook behind these floats and try to catch a fish
Right.
for me.
Maybe if you like trim some of it so it would.
No,
back
it's
and
not the
forth.
same thing.
Oh,
Right,
okay,
it's
all
gotta be
right,
straight.
you're right.
I will say though this, I've had Springer bites. I had this one chartreuse in chrome twisted addiction flasher, and I was trolling like back when we could troll below Lewis, fishing the deep water. Anyways, and I had this rod that just wham, wham, wham. I mean, it was 100% fish. It wasn't the bottom. It wasn't another line. It was 100% fish. I know what a damn fish bite looks like. I reel up and I look, and the herring is just like perfect. I mean, the herring was like perfect, like not a scale off it. I'm like, no way. And I just as I go to put it back down, I'm like, no way. I gotta look at the flasher. And like the flasher, so a short bust flasher, triangle, literally looked like I took a Chinook and grabbed the corner like this, and then like scraped off. It was like a perfect little Chinook mouth on the corner. I swear to God, it was nuts.
He was really
I'm
hungry.
like, he hammered that flasher. Hammered it. Because, I mean, that rod was just dancing. Never hooked him, obviously.
I've always thought that I enjoyed these being this color because I thought it might get their attention and then they'll hit my wobbler.
Right. I don't think it'd be
Especially in a
anything
turbine
bad.
situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But maybe I ought to try painting them black. Maybe we should test it. Put it to the test. Anyway, what else we got? We got anything else?
I'm really lost about this float setup. This
I
guy's.
Yeah, see, Corey, I think that's where I would see it would make sense is so they couldn't see it. Like if for some reason you didn't want them to see the float.
Right.
I
mean, fish in the Columbia, though, they're probably
they're
not
still
too
going to see it, though.
pressured. They're
they
not
see
too-
black. They see shadows.
They're
They
not
see...
too pressured, though. Like, I can see there's,
And in some situations, they might see the black more.
That's what I mean.
Honestly,
Yeah,
yeah.
if they're swimming underneath of it and they look up, they're going to see
But
that.
here's one thing we could probably all agree on, and everybody could agree on, that if the guys over there are just ripping them and you're not, it's
And they have black
probably
floats.
not
I'm
because
switching to
of-
black floats.
Probably not because of black float. Forget it. I can't talk to these guys.
Yeah, dude, it's more.
Watch someone comment. I already know. I can't believe we haven't got it yet. Some guy just lying. Oh, I've caught one on a float. It came all the way and never let go of it.
Thanks for the super chat, Eric. Only thing I've caught summer should have gone is half-ounce rooster tails,
think he means
Castmasters and minnow jigs. Puget Sound, baby.
Dude,
Nice.
this on you better believe it on freaking Monday. This is what I'm doing. I'm bringing Haley with me. I'm running a Chinook rod with her, and I'm gonna cast for those things for sure. I think I've been wanting to do it for freaking years. Yep, just big 4.5 ounce buzz bombs and just freaking twitch those things. Why not?
Yeah.
Where?
Why not?
I'm gonna throw
I
1
think-
ounce tail out twitcher.
I think what we need to do is there's a certain place in the fall where the temperatures tend to change a little
Oh,
bit.
I know, yeah.
We have to try it there.
Yeah.
Talk about target rich environment.
Now, what about doing like some of the methods they do for the springers and doing the dead drifting and vertical jigging? The same idea.
Yeah, I do. I want to try it.
Okay,
Let's do it.
T-Rex
There's
is ready.
something to a black float. It tracks the fish somehow. There's a reason why. Not gonna argue that. Never fished black float.
Yeah, Corey.
Black float.
What'd he say?
Nothing.
Where is it?
Nothing.
Regardless,
God.
regardless,
I knew it was coming.
I will try a black float. I'm not gonna lie, but this is exactly what I'm gonna
I
do.
caught 2 Chinook on 1 black float.
I'm gonna paint one of them. And if I catch fish on that float specifically, then I'll believe you. If I don't,
Every float will be black from here on out until
Yeah.
the day dies.
what we should do is run like 2 or 3 rods with black floats, 2 or 3 rods with normal floats,
Sure.
and then see what happens.
Oh,
I mean, I'm curious.
stuff. Yeah. Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah. Okay, guys. Well, it's been a good night. We're
We gonna give anything away? How many people watching?
8:38.
Well, there's only about 575 of you.
All right, fine. 575 of you. We're gonna give away two more short bus flashers just because we love you.
Let's see the chartreuse one.
Chartreuse Hunter.
Oh yeah, that's close to the one that the salmon
Filet show. Side cam, Clint. Side cam.
did. It literally had a little bite where it's like right there, and like the little angle was like scraped in like little teeth. It was hilarious, and it was it was pretty brand new flasher.
Huge shout out to Short Bus Flashers. If you guys don't know, Short Bus was our very first partner, our very first sponsor way back in the day. We've been working with him for years. There he is. If you guys want to win those.
Did the teeth marks look like your prop?
No. Not in 50 feet of water dragging the bottom jerk.
Oh, he's dragging the bottom. It was the log.
Free floating log.
Yeah, exactly. 100%.
That bit the inside corner of the. Okay.
No, what happened is you were going like this, and
This should be good.
it towed directly into like a crack of the log.
Oh, okay.
And it like
And it-
towed,
and it
and
was
it
just
went
these-
like this. The log, like,
and-
as soon as you hit it, the
right,
log
and-
started moving back and forth.
Okay.
It was
So then
physics.
it like looked
Yeah,
like
and there was these little
Physics.
barnacles
Simple.
that scraped like,
Yeah.
the inside of the corner.
Exactly.
Of the fin.
No, it
Okay.
wasn't barnacles.
That
it was
makes
just like the
sense.
jagged edge of the log.
Okay, fair enough.
The
That-
barnacles
that
and
scraped.
trash.
There's no barnacles in the corner.
God.
Well, maybe it was a tug like drug a log in from the ocean and dropped it like. they
Now
did.
you're talking. Now you're talking
Oh,
something that's
no,
never happened.
because,
Come on.
because the tugs do that. There's those whales that show up at Kelly Point Park. That dead one that was drugged in by a tug. So they say.
That was Native Fish Society.
That's my story. Sticking to it.
I think what happened is. All right, Clint. We're just gonna let people
so
comment.
full of shit
Get you guys
right
get
now.
your last couple. If you guys have a last couple questions here, we're not gonna make you share it or do thumbs up or anything like that. If you guys want to, thank you. We appreciate it. But we're just gonna randomly select someone from the comments in the live feed. So if you got last minute questions or anything, get them
Yeah,
in.
come
We're gonna
on,
be bailing
answer.
here quick.
Yeah. So Aaron Sullivan, what size model hooks for kokanee? Size 3. That's the end of that. I've been
Size 3, the ones that we're making that you don't even have
Don't even
yet.
exist.
dude. They're so no.
Size 3,
Like,
baby.
I don't
Try
have.
to find them.
No, I know. He asked. He asked what size. I said size 3.
If you guys
You
didn't
just
know,
said that.
we're working on
Oh my
something.
god. The last the last month I've been running them, but just for whatever reason, like the last couple trips, I mean it's been like 90 minutes, kill 40, and I'm like I'm not even wasting the time with the net. Like just tuna haul.
With the one hook we've been working on?
right, it's pretty impressive.
I thought we weren't gonna do this anymore.
I know, no, we are, but we're just
Teasing
not,
out
no.
products.
No, we can tease products. now,
Addicted
but
hooks
We're not
coming
telling
soon.
you. We're not telling you a date until it is on the shelf. It is there in retail, and you can buy it. So it could be. It's gonna be. Honestly, it's gonna be 2023 as far as you guys are
Yeah.
concerned.
Hashtag release the hooks.
Yeah.
I was
No,
gonna
shut
say,
the hell up! Oh my god!
Hashtag release the
I forgot
hook.
that I got a Chinook the other day on that size 3 hook.
Oh,
I
yeah?
could not get it out of its mouth. It took me like a good few minutes.
That boy.
Could not get it out of
It's
its
the
upper lip.
angle, the offset. It's just all
It was
good.
great.
It's all gravy. Yeah, so that's what we're playing. But like we always talk about, we're always playing with stuff. So
We're always trying to find the better mousetrap.
always be a little different.
And that little can lick.
Kenneth Eckhart says, "Don't pick me." Okay, bud.
Reverse psychology.
Yeah, the winner. Oh wait, he said not to pick him. Pick
Joke's
another one.
on
Pick
you.
another one. Pick another one.
Hey, thanks so much, Ethan. We appreciate it, man.
Also hoping to go on a trip. Yeah, let's do it, Ethan. Yeah,
This guy says,
until,
"Hook it up, please."
Hook it up, please. I can't. I gave a couple of my clients, like while we were sockeye fishing and talking kokanee. So I've given those to other people to try, and I've already got one email back on them.
Nice.
But yeah,
Maybe we
No.
should send a few to addicts to test. What do you think?
yeah.
We've
We've
been
done that a little bit. I got some players, some addicts in mind. But what are you gonna be doing the next couple weeks? You got any spots, any room? What are you doing?
No, I'm gonna be fishing my butt off. Everything's pretty booked up. Got some early August stuff available, but
booked.
booked, fishing hard. 'Tis the season. We're all out there grinding every day. Still looking for a house.
Still looking for a house.
Yeah, if anyone out there, if you guys are in the Woodland, Battleground, Ridgefield area, off the freeway somewhere, closely off the freeway, Jordan he was renting a place in Woodland, and just out of nowhere, the people were like, "Yeah, we're selling this place," and he was like, "Oh crap!" And
I
so
don't
now
have
he's like panicked,
Don't
trying
have
to,
time to shop for a home.
and he's
I'd
fishing.
love to buy.
Yeah, he wants to buy eventually, but he's just not ready yet. You guys know how that goes. You gotta get your ducks in a row. But regardless, he's looking for somewhere to rent. So if you guys have like a guest house or a shop or a piece of property somewhere that has a house on it that you're trying to rent, or just anything, if you have any sort of leads on that, hit Jordan up, send him a message. He is looking. He's running out of time quick. And no, he doesn't want to buy a house. He's not ready to. And no, he doesn't want to live on your couch. That's weird. And yeah, we'll just leave it at that.
I got
Well
so
said.
many jokes right
Took the
now.
words right out of my mouth.
But any help you guys can offer, if you guys have any leads or anything like that, if you know, if your grandma's got a guest house that she wants to rent to Jordan, or anything.
Or if
just-
you're a landlord and just want to kick somebody out.
Yeah, if you're a landlord and you have a bad tenant you want to kick out and let Jordan move in,
Perfect.
there may be a couple free fishing trips in the
Got
pipeline.
quite a few.
No
Yeah.
kidding.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Josh, winter steelhead trips, when booking, like I'm booking them now. Like you can put your reservations on
Yep.
dates in.
Don't
and
hesitate with any of the addicted
people,
guides, guys.
And the people
Sooner
that
the
are
better.
booking earlier get the best dates. It's just as simple as that.
Yeah, that's one thing I've learned too, guys, is just make sure, don't wait until winter steelhead
So,
season is in
You
the
know how
heart of the
many
winter
calls
season.
I'm gonna get after the first day buoy 10 pops, and then people like start posting fish everywhere. You know how many? I bet I will get 40 calls that day to fish buoy 10 the day it opens, every freaking year. Because then they're like, "Oh, the fish are here. We better book." And it's like,
It doesn't work that way.
those were booked back in December. It doesn't work that way.
Well, speaking about that,
Yeah.
do you have any single seats or what do you
got
have?
some
Do you have
stuff for like
anything?
the ocean in July, but honestly,
August is done.
August is
baked.
toast. Yeah, and then it'd be late September.
No singles or anything like that.
You know,
Throw people in?
maybe a single or two, but like I'm trying not to do a lot of like divided
Yeah.
groups.
Oh,
kinda
yeah,
thing.
that
so
makes
it's
sense.
like you gotta kind of like I'm trying to like if you're like a work group.
That makes sense. I didn't even think about
it's
that.
tough, but we've been able to find the right groups. So, but
Cool.
get a hold of me, and if not me, somebody else that's fishing right beside us doing the same thing. We'll make it happen.
Yeah, we're pretty well connected, guys. So if you're looking for someone to go out with, and for some reason Jordan can't get you out that day or Cameron can't, they will get you with someone that they trust. So cool. All right, Clint, let's pick our last winner for these last two flashers and call it a night, ladies and gentlemen.
Send them to the shop for all the new drop.
Go on it. Oh yeah.
I will right when I was planning on it before we ended it. I was gonna have you end with the video, but now you failed.
Again, that's like strike 9.
Unbelievable.
Really? Awesome.
I think that means I get to smash your glasses on camera right now.
No, you already did that.
Oh, can we
can
see
we-
if the Gerber scissors can
Say,
cut them in half?
Can we chop them up?
No,
Let's do this.
no.
Give
I'm
me
picking a
give me your
winner.
glasses. They're like $3.
You guys have already busted enough pairs.
For the record, that was Justin.
It's part of the thing, dude. It's part of
No.
Yeah, we break
Hey.
Clint's shit all the time.
Here's your winner.
the Brian McGee Jr. That's exactly what that was. That bit Cam's flasher. Guaranteed it was a seal.
Probably
Brian
was.
Brian McGee, you
It
won
could have been
yourself.
a really small one. It could have
You wanna
really
hand me
been,
those?
it could have been a really small seal. Like it
Yeah.
really could have been.
We got you guys a couple short bus flashers. Brian McGee, thank you so much for sharing it out there. We appreciate it. Everyone that did that. Brian, shoot us an email to orders right there on the bottom. Orders@addicted.fishing. Make sure you include your shipping address and exactly what you won. And we got you some flashers.
I should like poke a tiny little hole in this and then leave, and then when Marlon comes back, it's just gonna be everywhere.
Everywhere.
Wouldn't that be
Totally
fun?
dyed the whole
Just be like a little, just a
cabinet,
little
floor,
poke.
everything.
Yeah.
Just a little poke.
You know what?
Nothing.
Do it and see what happens. Next time I'm over at your house, dude, I will sabotage so many things.
It'd be just like this.
He'll be letting all that gear oil out of your
war.
lower
Oh
unit.
shit! It'd just be a war. I know him too. It's probably not a good idea. Alrighty, guys. Thank
Okay,
you
guys.
so much for tuning in.
Great
Check out
to
some
see
of
you
the
all
new,
again.
Yeah.
new Gerber products. Message me about any boat questions you got with Stevens, Illumaweld, the new merch drop that happened. There's still plenty of merch out there.
Yes.
New
Clint,
hats, new stuff.
let's end it with
Yeah.
that. Yeah. Shout out to Stevens Marine. Thank you guys so much for sponsoring us, partnering with us. We're excited about it. Lots of cool stuff coming from that Addicts. Clint, let's end it with the summer merch drop. Go buy some stuff before it all sells out. Tonight might be one of the last chances. We're getting close to selling out a lot of the stuff. So head over there, get yourself some merch. We appreciate it. And yeah, is that it?
Later, boys.
See you on the
Hey,
river.
girls.